The 2025 British Grand Prix continued what the 2024 British Grand Prix did, with rain creating havoc and creating a bit of a dramatic finish with a British driver winning the British Grand Prix. Lando Norris won, but with controversy after his teammate Oscar Piastri suffered a 10-second penalty from the FIA. We're going to dive into all of that. Tim Kraaij is on the ground at Silverstone in the Paddock for Paddock Update. And Tim, Lando won, but I have to say that the headline is, did Piastri deserve a 10-second penalty? What's the thoughts from Silverstone?
Yeah, as always, there are two sides to the story. I think McLaren is quite clear. I haven't seen Oscar Piastri so angry. I don't think I've ever seen him so emotional after a Grand Prix like this. He's always very flat in his emotion, but he was almost Max-like, not willing to answer any questions in the presser. He was done with it. He felt that he was being treated very unfair. And I think overall they were of the feeling, both Oscar and also Andrea Stella in the presser with the print media afterwards, that Max had overacted a little bit as well in terms of how much he closed up in that section. And that the way how Max acted, almost was like a Schwalbe in football. Like he was overacting so much, trying to get a penalty out of it. And that was the vision of McLaren. Whether that's true or not, there was, of course, the visibility was very poor at that moment. So if Max really saw it earlier and could have acted a little bit better, I don't know. Max was of the vision that wasn't the case. He was not really surprised with the penalty, but he was surprised with the fact that George didn't get a penalty 2 weeks ago. He said he was more surprised with that than with the fact that Oscar got a penalty right now. Similar words got in there from Christian Horner. So that was the two camps over here. I'll leave it to the people in the comments to draw conclusions on that. But I think the 10 seconds was very harsh because up until that point, Oscar dominated the race, was very good in the battle with Max over the first few laps. Strategy-wise, McLaren did everything right. Didn't fall his way, so now the win was for Lando Norris. A little bit of a gift.
Gift indeed. It did seem Lando did have the pace. We saw him closing up, but I don't know if he's going to be able to close up and actually do the pass on track. And it was somewhat taken away from us having that with that 10-second penalty coming out of it. You mentioned Christian Horner there, and it's really interesting because we had the conversations about the Canadian Grand Prix when a similar situation happened, but the penalty didn't materialise. What's changed? What's the difference here? What does Red Bull think is different, if anything?
Red Bull thinks there is nothing different. Both Christian and Max said that there was nothing different. The only thing is that you now have rain, so it would benefit the leader even more to make certain changes. What also has to be kept in mind is that the fact that the safety car was pulled in quite late, so the drivers had less time to prepare the tires and the brakes. So that was something that Oscar Piastri had to deal with as well. I don't think much changed overall. I think it was another decision that can be scrutinized. That they looked at the brake pressure, that there was a lot more brake pressure than the safety car restart before. Oscar Piastri said he did the same. Stewards thought otherwise. I think overall a 5-second penalty would have been more than enough, I would say.
Do you think that would have been enough to have Oscar win this race instead of Lando? Have we actually seen a change of not only the victory, but a potential championship-altering decision? Because that's a 14-point swing. Lando's now going in with 7 points, I think, instead of a 21-point deficit.
I think we do, but of course, over a whole season, you get these type of things where you get decisions that benefit you and decisions that are a disadvantage for you. So I think over a whole season that will turn out to be right in the end on both sides.
Yeah, I think Lewis Hamilton in Malaysia in 2016 might have something to say about that. But anyway, let's talk about the Christian side of things. It wasn't a good day for Red Bull. It wasn't a good day for the team at all. And we saw Max Verstappen leading the race from pole position, but a spin. It's not very often you could see Max Verstappen make a mistake in the race, but the conditions made it tricky. He went off the track. He did the spin on the restart. What's the explanation for Red Bull? Is it just that skinny rear wing?
Yeah, Monza downforce, Christian Horner mentioned it. They went full on the low downforce setup that they use for Monza and that they will use for Spa again as well. With the prediction of 20% rain on Sunday, that's what they got with for the morning, and that it would clear up for the rest of the day. That is the risk that they took, knowing that would be the weather prediction. It turned out different. There was a lot more rain during the whole day. Half an hour before the race, there was still rain. During the race, there was rain. I think overall that has hurt them the most. They took a gamble with that low downforce setup. It worked on Saturday with the pole position for Max Verstappen. They are happy with the updates and the fact that they're making a step forwards. But overall, it's again a very disappointing weekend for Red Bull Racing. P5 for Max. Of course, yeah, the error behind the safety car was not good, but the overall performance was not there, not in terms of the pace, but also not in terms of the balance in the car. And that's something that they need to work on. I asked Max Verstappen in the media session afterwards. After the qualification, he was quite happy with the updates and the step forward the team seemed to have made. And I was like, is that now different with the race you've had now? And that's not the case. They're still happy with the update package that they brought, but it's not enough. McLaren is still way ahead, which was clearly visible in the first part of the race as well, and especially if you look at the margin they had. So McLaren is still far ahead, and yeah, they need a little bit more updates to close that gap. More is coming, Christian Horner said. He said possibly. So there's possibly coming more. Whether that will be good enough, yeah, remains to be seen.
Yeah, the season is halfway point, so if they're going to come and try and snatch the championships from McLaren, they have to do it very, very quickly. It'd be fascinating if they could, but I don't think it's going to happen. But equally, Tim, very good segue. I didn't think something else would happen today, and let's look at where you are. You're in front of the Sauber motorhome, and we've got Nico Hulkenberg, the podium finisher. We all knew it was going to happen today, didn't we? 19th on the grid, obvious. You must have felt that you've witnessed history. Talk me through it.
Yeah, a lot of emotion, of course. The media center erupted when the finish was there. Even the grandstands applauded him massively, even though Lewis Hamilton missed his podium here, lost his streak. But yeah, I had to stand over here in front of their hospitality. We just finished with the Jonathan Wheatley media session for the print media as well, the team boss of Sauber, Kick. And I asked him as well how important this is for the team as well, for Audi next year joining the team. And he said it's like the momentum is turning. It's coming in the right direction. But also for the team, it's a good sign that people like Jonathan and Mattia are not only saying that they're moving in the right direction, but this is also a good, really good sign of the team moving forward. The first podium since 2012 with Kamui Kobayashi for Sauber. So that says a lot about the improvement the team made under the leadership of Mattia and Jonathan. I think they were very happy with that. And overall, everyone, well, we have a lot of posts incoming. But yeah, of course, Nico, his performance was very great. And I think everyone here on the paddock, drivers, team bosses, even Jonathan here as well, of course, they're so complimentary about Nico, and I think everyone can see that he is one of the greater talents in F1. But yeah, never been in the right car at the right moment. Has had his bad share of luck, of course, over the years as well, with some moments where a podium was close. But to finally see him on the podium, see the emotion, it's very special to be a part of. And yeah, I think it's very special for him, very special for the team, and a very beautiful point to move forward.
Yeah, so all the fan mail just going behind you there, all the people wanting to send his well wishes. Oh, it's the biggest trophy for P3, well overdue. Congratulations to Nico.
Although it was a funny moment in the press conference. Oscar Piastri didn't want to do any more questions himself, so he sent in a question to Nico Hulkenberg beside him on the bench. And he said, how do you feel finally getting your first podium in F1 and then being your trophy, being a Lego trophy that you can cut in half? So it was, finally getting a trophy and then it's a Lego one. But Nico, a father as well, of course, just very happy with the Lego trophy because now his kids can play with it as well. So I think not a very, I think a dad that can come home with a nice gift for his kid.
Yeah, it saves going around the airport, doesn't it? Well done, Nico. Although I did see that Max Verstappen is going to take him home with a lovely bit of camaraderie with Formula One. Love it when these things happen. And what a race for it to happen. It's one of those miracles in Formula One. Love to see it. We've got a little break now, Tim. It's 2 weeks until we go to Belgium, and we can see some upgrades go there as well. Thank you for everything you brought from the Silverstone paddock. It's been a mesmerising race, and you've witnessed history, like I say, with the Hulkenberg podium. So congratulations to you, and congratulations to everybody who's watched, because we've had some fantastic insight. Thank you everybody for your support so far. We'll see you again in Belgium.